What is the fastest way to go from I don't know how to use this tool to can I build something useful using this tool? You really need to understand what kind of learner you are. And once you nail that, that's how you decide your learning journey. The big buckets of learning type is either you learn the theory first or you build first. There are people who understand the what and why, the theory behind a new concept or a tool, and then they use that knowledge and then they try and build a project using that knowledge. And the second category is when you build first and then backtrack and learn the theory, which sounds a bit weird. You take up something that you have either curiosity about, or you have a problem that you know this tool can solve, but you don't know how this works, what's the structure, what is the architecture behind it. So you jump in, you start implementing, and then you understand the context of it. So that is necessary. Why? Because then you would go to specific people or resources that will teach you the way you learn better. Because if you are somebody like me who like to build and learn in that process, and if I go to a teacher who teaches the theory first, I might lose interest. I might doubt myself. I might never be able to understand it because I need to visually see things in action. I need to really like do things with my hands to really make sense of anything. But later on, I realized that, okay, this is the way I learn, and this is the best way to quickly learn the tool, use it to actually solve a problem as well. So, this is the way I learned a lot of tools like Notion, Figma, Salesforce, N10, Make, a lot of them. I started building first and then later understood the architecture behind it. And an interesting example of this is from my personal experience. I wanted to learn a language just for fun. So, what I didn't want to do was go to a traditional school to learn the language. I didn't want to learn it from a teacher online or offline. I wanted to learn it on my own in a fun way. I know you must be thinking, why not Duolingo? It's a slow way of learning, and I really wanted to learn fast. So I started setting up my AI tools, ChatGPT, Claude at that time, a few YouTube videos, and Notebook LM. I put in all the resources, created prompts. I set it up in a way that it understood me as a learner and taught me in the same manner. And it gave me a lot of tasks, a lot of speaking activities, a lot of written questions, a lot of reading comprehensions, a lot of listening techniques, a lot of tips and tricks that would be used in speaking, pronunciation. While I was experimenting with the tool, I realized so many things about ChatGPT and Claude which I did not at that point. And one was how to set the right prompt for an activity or a project like this. And then I realized I should test this technique. I got to know that there is A1 level German exam that I can appear for, irrespective how I've learned. So I registered for it just for fun. There was a speaking test where you have a group of four people and you are being asked questions, and you have to also reply to each other's question, and they have to reply to yours. Apparently, I did really well. After the exam, those three people asked me how I prepped. I told them that I use AI tools and YouTube to study and create my own curriculum. One of them laughed and the other one did not believe me, and the third one was curious. Then one of them told me that I can't learn from YouTube. To be honest, he was right, because with YouTube you can become a passive listener. You're just like listening to a lot of information thrown at you, and if you don't take steps, then probably you might not even learn or understand that concept properly. And that's why people end up going to schools or teachers, because there is always that dialogue happening between the two. You can't watch any random video on YouTube, because then you will be lost. I told him that that's how I learn it. Like I find the videos that will teach me how to build something or how to apply something in real time, use that. I actually do it side by side and then move forward. And that's the only way YouTube can be useful if you're learning something. For me, the whole system worked really beautifully. With learning language, YouTube told me the what, the why, the hows, but the actual practice happened using different AI tools that I use. I actually did this in 3 months, the entire thing from exploration to setting this thing up to actually appearing for the exam. If I could do that, anyone could do that. So yeah, I would love to hear what is that one tool that you would want to learn faster if you are given a choice to create your own learning path. Write that in comments. I would love to hear that.